Hello guys and welcome to HA Media YouTube channel. My name is Ashok and in this video we will see how we can use cat command in Linux. So cat basically stands for concatenate. Okay, so cat command is one of the most frequently used command in Linux or Unix like operating systems. So cat command allows us to create single file or multiple file. It allows us to view the content of a file. Also, it will allow us to concatenate files. Okay, and also it will allow us to redirect the output in the terminal or files. Okay, so these are just theory. Let's see how this cat command actually works. So for that, let me open my terminal. So let's press Ctrl Alt and T. So this is how the terminal comes in Linux Mint operating system or Ubuntu or any other distro, I believe. So let me tell you how the syntax of this cat command is actually written. So first we will write the cat command, and after this here we will write option. Okay, then you will give some space and then you will write here the file name. Okay, so this is the syntax, okay, that is universally used. Got it? This is how we should always use cat command. Okay, so let me just erase this. Okay, so let's see what is there inside my home directory. Okay, so here you can see we have test, test1, test2 and test3 files. Okay, so what will be the first thing that I will show you? So at the very beginning, I will show you how we can display the contents of a file. So let's say this is a test file. Okay, so I want to show you how I can show the content to the end user. Okay, so in order to write the command, okay, you'll have to type cat and then the file name. What is the file name? Test. Okay, so after this you will see here this is the content of that file. Okay, let me just open and show you. So we had opened test. Got it? So here is the test, and as you can see here, this is the content. Hello Ashok, and there is a gap in between, and then we have this content. Okay, the same thing is shown here. Got it? So this is how you will display the content of a particular file. Now, the next thing that I will show you is how you can view the content of multiple files in the terminal. Okay, what do I mean by that? So here we have test and test1. So I want to show to the end user that what all are the contents of these two files. Okay, so how can I do it? It's pretty simple. You'll have to write cat, then the file one name, which is test. You'll have to give a space, then you'll have to write test1, which is the second file. Got it? When I press enter, now I can see that the content which was there in this file, it is all in this file, it is also listed here. Got it? Along with the content that was there in the test file. Okay, so let me just show you. So if we go to cat and test1, so this is the file content, and this one was there in the test file. So both were displayed. Okay, so in order to display multiple files content, you will write cat test. It can be any file, whether it is test.txt or it can be .html, it can be a Word document or anything. So you can display it. Okay, so the next thing that I will show you is how you can create a file with cat command. Okay, so here we have so many files, right? Test, test1, test2, test3. Let me just remove this test2. Okay. Don't worry about this rm command. I'm basically removing this test2. We will be detailedly studying about rm command in the further video. So now if I see, I have removed this test2. So what I will do is I will create a file called test2 with cat command. Okay, so cat is the main agenda in this video. So we'll have to thoroughly learn what is cat command. So cat, and then we will write test2. Think about it. Will it create test2? Certainly not. So there is one operator, okay, greater than. Okay, we will use it, and then we will create this test2 file. Now as soon as I press enter, the cursor will come in the next line. So basically we have to type the content for this test2 file. Okay, so we can type anything, like let's say I'm typing hello YouTube. Okay, so if you press enter, it will come to the next line. Okay, so in order to exit out of this cat greater than symbol, basically it is called as a redirection operator. Okay, greater than symbol, and then we are telling that we have to create a file which is called as test2, and that file should contain this content. Okay, so now what you will do is you'll have to press Ctrl D, to exit out of it. Now if I want to see what is there inside this test2, so what I will do is I will write a command cat and then test2. If I press enter, so here you can see we have this content, and if I ls, now here you can see we have this test2 file which was not there here. Got it? Okay. So the next thing which I will show you is how you can display line numbers in a file, okay, using cat command. So as you can see here, in the test2 file we only have one line. Okay, so now let me add some more lines here. So I'll write test2 and hello world, hello YouTube. Let me leave one space, and then what else I can write? Welcome to AJ Media YouTube channel. Okay, so these will be the contents of my file. Okay, so let me just clear my screen so that it will be visible for you guys. Okay, so now what I want to do is I will show you what is there inside this test2. So these are its content, but we are unable to check how many lines it is containing. Okay, this is just a small content. That's the reason we can say it is 4 lines. But imagine if we have so many contents, okay, in a file. So it will be very tedious to know how many lines it contains. So for that we have an option, okay, which is -n. So we will use this option in order to display the line numbers of a file in the terminal. Got it? So let me show you how you can do it. So what you'll have to do is cat -n option, and then you'll have to type that file name. So file name is test2. If I press enter, now you can see we have this numbers. Okay, so here the blank line represents 3 and then this 4. Okay, so if you guys are having any doubt, then please to hit that comment section. I will answer each and every one of you. Okay, so this was how to display the line numbers. So the next thing which I will show you is how you can display $ symbol at the end of each line in a file. Okay, so let me tell you, this will not add the numbers in a file. It is just in order to show you guys in the terminal that these many lines this file is containing. even if you now press cat and test2, you won't find those line numbers. Okay. Now, let me show you how you can display dollar at the end of the file. Okay. So imagine this is test2, and now I want to display dollar after this hello world, YouTube, and here one more dollar, and after L I want to show dollar symbol. So for that we will use another one option, which is -e. Okay, so this is the option that we will be using. So how we will use cat -e and then test2. So if I press enter, now you can see we have this dollar symbol here. Okay, here. Okay, now let me show you how you can display multiple files at a time, okay, at once. So it's pretty simple, guys. You'll have to write cat. We have test1, we also have test2, we also have test3, I guess. Okay, so what you will have to do here is you'll have to put a semicolon so that you can continue with the next command. Okay, so here you will write cat test1 semicolon and cat test2, and then after that end it with a semicolon and cat test3. Okay, so this is how you can display multiple files at once. Got it? Now if I press enter, it will show me each and every content of those files here at a time, okay, at a single instance. Now let me just clear the screen. You can also press Ctrl L to clear the terminal. Okay, now let me show you how you can override the contents of a particular file. Now what do I mean by that? Remember, this was our test content and this was our test1 content. Now what do I want to do is I want to make this content available inside this file. So basically I want to say is I don't want these numbers. So how can I do it? It's pretty simple, guys. What you'll have to do is you'll have to write cat test and then you'll have to put a redirection operator, which is this greater than. I think we had discussed earlier this thing. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to write test1. Okay, so now what you will do is you'll press enter. Now imagine what will be the output of test1. So if I press cat and test1, now you can see we have eliminated these line numbers. Okay, so that's how you can overwrite the contents of a particular file. Got it? Now the last thing that I will show you guys is how you can redirect multiple file contents in a single file. Now what do I mean by that? Imagine this is test1, test2 and test3. Now what I want to say is, what do I mean is I will create a file called sample.txt. Okay, and I will output all the contents of these all file into a particular sample.txt file. So how can I do it? Okay, it's very simple, guys. You'll just have to write cat and these many file names. Now here you will use, oh sorry, not here. Here you'll have to use the redirection operator and then you'll have to create a new sample.txt file. Now you'll have to press enter, and after this, when you will see the content of this sample.txt file, it will contain each and every content that was having in these many files. So whatever the contents were there in all these files, I have appended inside this particular file, which is sample.txt. Okay, so that was it, which I wanted to cover in this video. So I hopefully think that everyone understood what I tried to say. and convey. So if you guys have liked this video, please do hit that like button. Share as much as you can so that others might get some benefit. So subscribe to my channel in case you are new. And that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.